first episode in this series is going to be how I helped land one of my influencers a $200,000 annual contract. My name is Monique and I am the agency owner of Vitesse. Vitesse is where speed meets success. That also means of speed in French. But we're focused on building tier 1 partnerships. We're dedicated to propelling brands into the fast lane. This was a partnership that we did spend about 2 years cultivating this relationship, and it was a lot of back and forth, a lot of follow-up. They say the fortune is in the follow-up, but this is where my team really comes into play. And when our talent partners with us, they're counting on us to do that follow-up for them. They are very busy building their brands, building their audiences, nurturing and cultivating all of their followers. And so we let them focus on what they're good at. We want to give them the space and the time to be able to do those things that's more important, such as building their brand and continuing to serve their audience, while we can focus on some of the other things, which is developing more of these strategic partnerships and helping to connect the dots between these brands and these influencers. I spent a lot of time researching the company and getting to know a lot of our contacts there. And as I got to know some of those individuals, we were on first name basis and learning a bit more about their friends and their families, their hobbies, and what really mattered to them. So we were definitely on a personal friend level. And when it came down to business, it was a matter of finding the solutions to their problems. I knew exactly what they needed as a brand, and my job was just to really help to connect the dots with what one of our influencers could do. What type of message do they want delivered every single month? So these were some of the priorities that we made sure that we outlined when we went to do our pitch and delivery, because I had to make sure that the brand's objectives were aligned with what my influencer could provide, if that makes sense. For this $200,000 deal, obviously I can't reveal who this was and I can't reveal what the brand was. For this influencer in particular, he has close to about 800,000 followers collectively across all of his platforms, the main platform being YouTube. And so the brand really liked that a lot too, because with YouTube is forever basically. Not saying that the other channels and social media platforms aren't, but YouTube is forever in a sense of SEO. And obviously, if you don't know much about SEO, that is search engine optimization. And because Google owns YouTube, basically it's very searchable, right? And the brand was able to obviously get the influencer to deliver like a video and a captivating message like in this format, but also in a written format in the caption as well. The content that they were providing there was able to be searched a bit better, and that was something that was really important to the brand as something that could be searched over time. Some of the other things were obviously this influencer's past experience, because he wasn't just an influencer. He had a very successful career in his previous life, and so he could actually bring different aspects of what he did professionally into this brand deal as well. So he was also made available for event activations and in-person activations. We did get the brand to cover all of those travel and expenses. However, our influencer was able to speak and MC at some of these events as well. What really makes a really big contract is the advertising component. And so this is where, if you're a new influencer, if you don't know much about whitelisting and dark posting, definitely check out my other content for that to learn a bit more. But this is where the influencer can definitely charge a little bit more. In this case study, this brand was able to pay for advertising through the influencer's account. And with that being said, every single piece of content, the brand was able to put ad spend behind it. It is case by case, and when you're looking at these 6-figure deals, I know that it may seem really hard to get some of these, but they are out there. And when you are looking at getting your first big contract like this, you have to understand as well that for the brand, it might not be a huge budget for them, especially if you're trying to align yourself with the right partners. Brands traditionally have to work with entire media teams. They have to hire a photographer, a videographer, a makeup artist, wardrobe, hair, like all of those things, renting the venue location. All of those expenses can add up to about 6 figures. When they're working with content creators, they're actually getting a really, really great deal, because that content creator is also doing all the editing and basically preparing for the whole production and delivering the final product, and they're giving it to you over a 6-month or 12-month period. The brand is definitely getting a deal, but the influencer is getting a deal too. And this is where it's important to basically understand that it is case by case, but if you're working with an influencer's matchmaker like myself, we can help you connect